Reading is cool! Feel nice and weak and within touching range. Because at this point, your team would really benefit from you being alive. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello, I'm IgnitedPluto, and welcome to another episode of Deadlock for Scrubs! The series where I show you how to play every single character in Deadlock for real. You can trust me, I'm blue. If I were green, I would die! So I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's get on to our hero of the day, Abrams.
If they don't get out of the way, that's on them.
This is Abrams, and he's Deadlock's Smurf, Dr. Manhattan, Beast from X-Men, Widowmaker, Cortana, Vemon, Bowberry, Sans! If it's blue, it's probably Abrams, and if you disagree, well, you're wrong. You're just wrong, dude! Generally, Abrams is all about engaging for your team. He's a frontline tank with good damage, high sustain, and strong CC. Although this comes with the caveat that his range and mobility are rather limited. Abrams is very easy to pick up in place, so there's no need to worry about memorizing some crazy combos to get some good results. But being easy does not mean that you can't also do some pretty crazy stuff with him. His kit, while simple, is incredibly versatile, allowing for some high-level, game-altering plays to be made with him. However, to get to that level, you need to have a good bit of proper planning, creativity, and even some mind games. Abrams wields a short-range shotgun called the Case Closed! The Case Closed has an effective range of about 45 meters, with damage drop-off starting at about 20, or in Freedom units, damage drop-off starts at sneezing range and ends just outside of Diddy range. But when you are in sneezing range, you're going to be doing some serious damage. The Case Closed has a starting cartridge size of 9 meters, oh my gosh, has a cartridge size of 9 rounds, and has a reload time of 3.5 seconds. You can also shoot in the middle of your reloads after a short delay, so it's pretty decent for securing and denying souls in lane. Unlike other characters, Abrams actually has 5 abilities instead of 4. His one is the AoE Suck. On use, it'll deal damage to everyone around you, as well as heal you for a portion of the damage dealt. His 2 is Backshots! Shoulder charge. Ah yes, the gentleman's charge. On activation, you'll charge forward. Anyone you run into while charging will be carried by you, and if you hit a wall while carrying someone, they will be stunned. His 3 is whenever you take damage, you heal back a portion of the damage you took. So, it's pretty much a passive. And his ultimate is Reading is cool! Abrams jumps into the air and slams down, just like my glorious king, LeBron James. And for his 5th ability, yeah, it's just his melee. Now I might be thinking, IgnitedPluto, that's the dumbest thing you have said so far. And you made a video where you defended the League of Legends. That's pretty dumb. Just trust me, it'll make more sense soon. Reading is cool!
Bam, bop, bada bop, boom. Pow.
In-game, Abrams is easy as dirt. Unless you avoid teamfights, have a terrible build, or you're a Vindictor, then it's hard to go wrong with Abrams. For starters, Abrams has one of the easiest and safest early games in the entire game, so far. If you're in a hard lane matchup against something like Infernus or McGinnis, Lady Geist I mean, then you can try to rely on your passive health regen, alongside the regeneration that comes with your 1 to get by in lane, and reduce the number of deaths you have. And if you're up against pretty much anything else, then you can just spam this. Charge into melee. As long as you're holding your heavy melee button as you're charging into someone, it pretty much ensures you're gonna get a heavy melee off. Unless they get debuff reducer, like a pussy! And for the most part, as long as you stay relative in souls to everyone else, getting to mid game should be easy as hell. Now, mid-game Abrams is more like Thanos during Infinity War, or Diddy post Zenkai boost. Just an unstoppable force looking to clap some cheeks. Some cheeks, man. Insatiable, looking for cheeks. Mid-game, you should be you should be feeding to start fights. With how strong you are, you should be either looking to push for more souls through soul earn runs, or be looking to get more flux slots through destroying towers. Your damage, crowd control, and sustain at this point, granted that your build is an absolute dog dung, is better than pretty much every other character except Calico up to this point so far. Your melee damage and gun damage, especially if you max out your back shots first, are insane, and it's hard to miss. Your resistance, your armor and your spirit resist should allow you to survive way more fights, and your charge paired up with your ult can initiate and disrupt team fights like no other character up to this point, allowing you to dive carries while they're still nice and weak and within touching range. Just get your hands on them, and then you just squeeze them, and then they pop like a balloon because they can't handle all 19 inches of Abrams in their cheeks! Now, for this part, I'm gonna need your eyes and ears at attention. If you're playing Abrams, and it's like 15, 20, 25 minutes into the game, walk forward, please! If I see you one more Abrams, play far back because they're afraid to get touched just a little bit, I'm going to kill somebody. I've had too many games where the bastard playing Abrams is scared to walk forward because they're afraid of dying a few times. Like, so what? Even if you're behind, you're gonna be just fine. You're playing Abrams. And if you're such a chicken, we will all be better off. You just need to hit your engage, which is your ult or your shoulder charge, and then you need to do some damage. As long as you communicate with your team, or your team knows exactly who they're targeting, or better yet, you just dogpile onto whoever the team is hitting, you should be pretty much getting W's left, right, and center. Unless your team sucks. Then, in that case, the rock consumes, I guess. Now, I know your counter argument might be Abrams is slow and his cooldowns are long, therefore I have to be a bit more strategic while playing Abrams so that I don't int. Respectfully, dog, skill issue. Just get your movement up, dude. Get your movement up. And even if your movement's bad, that doesn't mean you can't do your job. You're the tank and initiator. It's up to you to start team fights. And even if you're behind on souls, melee still do plenty of damage up to this point. Granted, your build isn't dog again. So just get to swinging. Just do your job, dude. Do your job. Get to running. Get to engaging. 4 more Abrams to the front line. 4 more Abrams to the front line. Once you get to late game, you should be looking to change into a more supportive playstyle and build, reserving your item slots for more supportive items and using your ability to secure objectives or CC as many people as you can manage. Yes, you could try to continue your reign of Diddy and double down on damage, but at this point, people can begin to one-shot you back. Plus, your short range and low mobility are going to greatly limit how well you can use that damage in the first place. So building tanky and buying support items and prioritizing your teammates who have more range and higher DPS than you up to this point while avoiding unnecessary deaths will normally give you more mileage than going full Diddy and dying at really bad times, like the complete inverse of how you're going to be playing during mid-game. Instead of going full Unga Bunga, you're going to activate your brain cells and actively play strategically so that you don't die as often, because at this point your team would really benefit from you being alive. Now again, this doesn't mean to play all the way back like a coward. More like you should take measured approaches to fights. You should tell your team that you're ready to engage. You should ping your team who you're gonna target. You should type in chat and say, hey, I am ready to engage when y'all are. No, correction. I'm ready to engage right now. Get in position so that we have the best chances of coming out of this team fights on top. It took me 3 months to get to this point in the video. For you, it was only a few minutes, but for me, it's been 3 months. And sometime between when I started making this video and now, Valve changed the entire item system in Deadlock, as well as a few other things. So instead of re-scripting this entire section and making a whole bunch of fancy edits and getting a whole bunch of extra clips, I'm just gonna tell you the things that you should generally look out for when trying to build Abrams. Alright, let's see. So, if it gives you bullet resist or spirit resist, get it. You're gonna be in the front line a ton, and the resistance will help you out so much. If it gives you health, get it, because something armor, something health, EHP shenanigans. It's really good. Get it. If it gives you debuff reduction, get it. You're very big and you're very melee heavy. So, reducing how long slows and dots last, great. Reducing how long stuns last, especially after getting parried, even better. Cleansing that shit altogether, or just becoming immune outright for a few seconds, oh my goodness, I'm about to buzz. I'm about to buzz. If it boosts your healing, you should consider getting it, depending on the team comp. Some games you won't be able to take advantage of it, other games you will. It's up to the circumstances of that game. And if it buffs your melees, get it. Get it. And if you don't, you are not a rational human being. Rene Descartes. Trust me, he said that shit. Pin into melee is strong. Pin into light melee is strong. Even just spamming melees is strong. If you're playing Abrams, you're likely just gonna be swinging just a ton for a good chunk of the game. So I don't see why not. Some honorable mentions are things that reward you for being close to your opponents, things that reduce bullet resist, and finally, anything that your team needs to win the game, but won't buy because your teammates are all mindless, greedy bastards, like a disarm for a fucking fed haze. Now you might be thinking, IgnitedPluto, that's a lot of things to consider. What's the best build? And I mean the best build that I could go. Well, because the next section is outdated already, rest in peace fleet foot canceling, just play him however you want. He's pretty versatile, pretty flexible, and as long as you're winning, kinda doesn't matter. But if you want the objective truth, I've got just the build for you. Parry nerd.
Thanks for the rescue, guys. Nice, thank you for the save.
We gotta keep this up.
Let's get this walker.
Let's get this walker. With Crackbrums, you're pretty much sacrificing a bit of durability for mobility. And that's due to fleet foot canceling, or fleet flying. For this tech, you're gonna need both fleet foot and melee charge. If you melee and use fleet foot at the end of your melee, like at the very tail end of your melee, you will retain whatever momentum you had at that point and just fly across the map, giving you access to some crazy burst movement options, making him kind of like a reverse Vindictor. He flies at you like a majestic hunter, like a predator, like a savage, like a savage! You can't escape, buddy! Oh my gosh. 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 And overall, it's just fun as hell. So give it a try.
Hit me! Stop being bad at the game! It hit me!
Crack up drawing with this one. Nice laser, dude. Meow. Now, with everything in mind, could you consider Abrams to be scrub friendly? 100,000% yes, huh? Why would he not? Look, Abrams is easily an S+ tier scrub pick, and here's why. He has damage, he has sustain, he has CC, he has... he looks good, bro! Like, have you seen him? On top of being very, very easy, bro, he is accessible to anyone of any skill level. And if you don't play him, you should at least know how to play against him. Because a good Abrams is scary as hell. And even though he has a few pretty big weaknesses, being his size, speed, and cooldowns, it just means you're gonna have to either build around him, or you're gonna have to rely on your teammates and use comms. Use comms kindly. Because, you know, being mean to your teammate is not a flex. That just makes you an asshole, unfortunately. And another thing that makes Abrams such a good scrub pick is the fact that he has very flexible builds. He could go from being an early game damage dealer to being a mid to late game support. He could pivot into a more self-sustaining 1v5 machine, building a bunch of spirit. Or he could just be an assassin and build shit like Majestic Leap and just start to fly. Get your ass from the backline and you don't even see him coming. You'll just feel him. You'll feel his back shots on your back. So yeah, because of those reasons, I think Abrams is just a very good pick. He's very fun, very useful, very easy, and I highly recommend that everybody give him a try. Alright, I tried this outro like at least 7 times. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see your comment in the outro right here, put down something funny. I'll stick it at the very end if you care. And with that being said, I'm IgnitedPluto, and I'll be sure to see y'all in the next one. Bye bye!